Hello guys, it's Shaun Thomson here. Welcome back to another Mazda Mx5 build. This is the off-road Mazda that we're taking to Mudbilly's. And as you can see, we've set up the brand new car ramp. Now this light keeps going lower. I know somebody in the last comment said the dial's adjusting. I've been doing that. There's something more at fault with that one because it just keeps getting lower and lower and lower. But anyways, here we have it. We have the forklift that has picked up the car essentially, and we're using that as car ramps. Now this forklift is rated for about 2-3 tons, plus it's for moving crates of furniture so it can manage a wee tiny Mazda. But just in case the hydraulics do dump out of it, she's stacked on some pallets. She's not rocking at all. I've been hanging off the end of this thing, look. That's me properly pulling it. It's not rocking anywhere. It's sitting on there, lovely, nice and safe. And it means we're not lying on the ground. Now I've already taken one tyre off, just to have a little look. And essentially what we're doing is basically loosening all the bushes off, taking the suspension out, dropping this little metal bracket in, and that's what gives us the 3-inch lift. So it should be easy enough to do, but without further ado, let's get into this week's video. Alright, so bear in mind, I'm not a mechanic at all. Everything I learn is via just trying it or YouTube. But here we have it. Right, so we'll take this one off, unfortunately. In the tutorial I watched, I'm going to be honest, I'll hold my hands up. I watched a YouTube tutorial how to do this. Basically, once I loosen that one off and the two at the back, and then take this one off, it should fall. But as my Mazda is a wee bit older and probably a wee bit stiffer, I actually had to take this whole bolt off just so that it would drop down. But that now gives us the shock, and then that is where the new bracket goes in there, which is the metal thing you saw me with a minute ago. The other thing as well is we need to get longer tie rods or whatever you call these things, because it won't fit anymore. But I'm going to go fit that. I'll show you me doing it on the other side now that I know what I'm doing. We'll get it done. I've got a different kit for the guy. So he had these, right, which I believe are now the front ones, because if you look at this, obviously I've just painted them black there. If you sit it in the gap, it lines up perfectly with a little hole you can see on the black mount. It then fits in here perfectly. Obviously it will mount up to that suspension at some point. And you can see through that bolt hole, obviously the bracket needs slightly moved up a little bit. I can't really do it at the same time. You can see where it just fits perfectly there. So quickly fit that, put the suspension back on, and then I'll show you how to do it on the other side when I actually know what I'm doing. Now, the next problem I've encountered with this wee venture here is I don't have enough strength to get this up and this up in line at the same time. So, what I've done here, brought some pallets in with obviously a pallet jack. And essentially, hopefully, we can just... Oh yes. Not quite enough, Shaun, not quite enough. Alright, so this wasn't quite doing the trick, but then I used my brain. I've got a car jack. So theoretically, I keep saying theoretically like I'm some sort of fucking scientist now. Sake man, I've just put some pallets and a jack stand on, you know, now I think I'm, you know what I mean? But that should work now. Fuck it, by the way. The only thing is, it's going to put the car off the stand, isn't it? That's so annoying. It would work too. But that's now jacking the entire car up rather than all the way about. Back off the mount, and hopefully we can do it this way. That spring's hard though, isn't it? But it is kind of slowly working now that it's off the ground. And now that it's on the ground, sorry. And we've got it. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Good work, everybody involved. Oh God, I never thought I'd get that back. I thought I'd it. I put the wrong bolt in the suspension as well though. Oh no. No, I've lost the old bolt. You good? Come on, driver. Oh, it's too big. Probably because that's the one that's meant to go in there. Right. Aye, with a wee bit of dicking about, we did in fact get it. Obviously, we just kept jacking up with this until that met down, then we could push that in. And now she's all hooked back up. So we've got her back on top of the pallets. I don't know why I showed you that. and we'll start again. But obviously I think we'll put the tyre down again, put the tyre back on it just in case we need to do what we've done there. And aye, 1 down, 3 to go. Ah, I get so far. Right, you can see where it's now rubbing the drive axle there, or the wee, you know what I mean. So I think we need to put it the other way and put the bolt in. Aye, you know what I mean. Alright, so now we've got that side all tightened up and done. Took a wee bit messing about, but we eventually got it. We just cut a bolt down. We're now going to reset the bead on the tyre. There's only one way to do that. Now we have never done before, but when in Rome. No, that's just a fire, Shaun. That's just a fire. Fuck's sake. Well, that didn't work, did it? Hey, the bead seems to be on. Oi, hold up. I think I might have just done that. That was honestly the most uneventful thing ever, but it definitely has worked because... But if that doesn't describe the fact that it's now taking air again, I don't know what does. Oh man, in the video I watched, the guy done it, it went BOFF! But no. He's obviously dramatised it. Let's get it back on. I'm noticing a wee problem here. We've got a Huria camber. So I think we're going to have to sort that. Put a camber on it. So aye, I've got to get that sorted. I'll put it in the ground, see if that fixes it, but I don't think it should. Yeah, because that is some camber. Alright, at least you know the lift kit works. I mean, that is it sitting, you can see the forks are way down there. But the camber has gone away. I don't know if it's maybe just the way it was sitting, but the camber has gone away, which is nice. It's no longer sitting against the spring. But it might need fine-tuned once we get the actual wheels on it. Jesus man, let that for a lift. Alright, so now the driver's side is done, it's time to move on to the passenger side. Now, I know I said I'd show you how to do this, but I completely forgot. And all we're doing here is loosening off the bolts, adding the wee a bracket in to give it the 3-inch lift, tightening everything back up, of course dropping her back down onto the floor in just a wee second here so we can get that knuckle back in. And that was her done. Nice and easy and a lot quicker than last time. That side literally took me 5 minutes, but can we just appreciate, right? That's it sitting on its own, right? Look how mental that looks. Aye, good. Might just run it like that. Kind of ruins the ground clearance at the front though. Right, let's tackle the front.
From the strip, ball joint bolt will go through the top of this thing here, and then reuse that lower bolt. Should be fine, hopefully.
Alright, I think I know what I'm doing. Aye, good. Right, it's a couple of days later, I'm not gonna lie, we forgot to record the rest. But the wheels are here, let's have a look. Oh my god. That is bloody mint. Look at them. They are massive. Oh Jesus, they might be too big, eh? Look at the size of them. They might be too big. I'm not gonna lie, we've neglected this YouTube video. Unfortunately, just the way things went, GoPro batteries died, things got fixed, and aye, here we are now. Now I pumped these up, and you can see just how bad it is because that's flat again. So they're not taking any air, but this is officially how she sits. Like, she does not sit. She's not on any stands or anything. That is the stock fitment. So let's get her jacked back up, get the wheels on, and see what we're working with and see what we need to grind off, because I've got a funny feeling it's going to be a lot. There's the nail in the tyre. Get these to full shoe. I'm sure this isn't going to be as easy as plug and play, but we'll find out. Right, straight up, this fender's in the way, and this bit's in the way. So we need to take these off and cut that. I might just follow that original line down to there. And this plastic bit was coming off anyways, to be fair, because it's shite. So let's do that. Right, this will be quite hard to do, I think. I'm guessing that's probably harmful. Oh, easy, beeps. Must be an easier way to do that than a grinder. Do you know something? I reckon that blade would do it. Just bear with me. Oh, here I can. I can? I can do it, I'm fucking exacto. It's gonna be a wee bit wavy, but it'll be alright. That plastic shit out of it now. Just holding that. Move these bits in here. Restorations. Fucking rip this cut out. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. We're still holding it here. We bolt. 2 seconds. Fucking nice and easy, by the way. There we go, a bit of weight reduction for the wee Mazda bumper. Wee shame into it, but she's off now. Alright, so we had to cut off a wee bit more than intended, obviously that's still attached. But again, just to prove why we're not saving this Mazda. Look, this is just all coming out of it. Even in here, she's well and truly gone now. Just in case anyone's sitting at home like, oh, he's wasting a perfectly good Mazda. This thing's crispy. Thanks, Keith. Alright, so that is front, and as you can see, we now have the front clearance. Perfect for this tyre, and now fits. All we're doing now is we're going to follow this original Mazda body line just to try and keep her looking as nice as possible. We'll then, of course, roll that back, keep that line, and hopefully that should give us the room to fit this tyre. It's looking well. Alright, so I was doing a wee bit of focus and it's a wee bit janky, but there is the new arches, and as you can see, she fits. The downside is we need longer wheel bolts, so we'll need to sort that then out. And then I'm worried about the bulkhead here, but it might just be enough, but I might even just trim it back just to give us a wee bit of space. But I think I might get a lock. If I can get that cut away, then you might get full lock. As luck would have it, I went into my little chest of Mazda Mx5 parts that I bought. As you can see here, we have Mishimoto open lug nut sets that I've obviously bought there, and then these new lug nuts, or these new bolts, and as you can see, they're a bit of a lot longer. Right, so I might need some spacers, because as you can see, with a full lock, it rubs the suspension there, and it also rubs the arm back there, so I maybe need a wee small spacer just to bring it out and make that clearance. But I do get lock and clearance, which is good. Oh, I've got heavy negative camber, bastard. I actually can't believe that sitting on the ground. Obviously we need to sort the camber out because she is tilting slightly. But holy shit, man, that is some clearance. Obviously we're going to need to get some sort of plate made to protect the radiator, because that's just going to get smashed. We can figure something out that mounts onto here and then goes down into the subframe or something. Then that way that should fix that problem. But holy shit, boys. Like, it's not sitting on anything, that is it. That is it sitting. Right, let's see what we need to take off at the back. For what I can see here, it looks like we're going to need to take these plastic kills off because they're rubbing, and that will obviously expose the body, and then maybe cut a wee bit of the body. We're definitely going to need to cut these arches back. Maybe probably just kind of there and run or something along them lines. Because there is a wee bit of a gap between, you imagine that's my finger touching the bulkhead there. So if I cut that back and roll it back and maybe bend it in, then we can get a nice wee line, and that'll give us it. because it's rubbing there as well. But aye, we'll get the grinder out, have a wee grind about, see what we can get done. And aye, get the back ones fitted. I can't believe how well this is coming on. This is honestly so cool. So cool. So we'll get these whipped off and aye, we'll see where we're at. Right, grinder battery's died, but we're cutting through the wall. Obviously it's two skinned, this is the inner wall, but we're gonna have to cut it and just weld it because we've got no other choice. But anyways, I need to go load up for Monday now. I need to go get the lorry and go do a bit of work and then come back to this. But we've secured all that, so that's all nice and secured. And aye, she's looking different. Alright, here's a wee side quest in an Air Football Club. Picking up that digger, a few bills on a couple of buckets. Better than working on Mazda. Alright, wee side quest done. That tyre's looking hooray flat. I don't know if it's maybe just because there's weight on her, but she is looking flat. One of those ones. Anyways, we had a bit of a problem, took a wee bit longer, hence why I kind of put YouTube down. We have burst a hydraulic pipe down here, so my ramps no longer worked, but luckily we just got them up for this load here, and then aye, we'll get that sorted for the weekend, ready for Monday. Right, work's done, back to Mazda build. Wee bit darker, but nothing we can't handle. We'll finish cutting out this this skin, and then of course we'll go on to the fun bit. Right, unfortunately we've lost natural light, but should quickly send these on. Right, are you ready to see what we've done to the Mazda Mx5? Boys, look at her! She looks absolutely minty. Right, let's have a talk about what we've done. Obviously, a lot of it, I do apologise, I've done off camera. It's my first time doing anything like this as well, so obviously I'm focusing on that. I think I'm going to cut away a bit of the corner here as well, because that's, I don't know, it's a fist gap. I feel like that's going to catch, so I might just bring this kind of straight there, but we'll do that in another video. And then of course we've got the 3-inch lift, the big tyres done by AMT. They've done an absolute cracking job on this. Thank you again, AMT Coachworks. We've still to work on the front. We'll need to kind of work out a guard to protect the front of the vehicle and of course the radiator. But again, we'll do that in another video. Of course, we also fitted the roll cage, 6-point harness and the bucket seats to keep us all nice and safe. We've got the hard top on there as well. The only thing we need to do is fit a new battery, because right now she's running off my booster, which isn't going to be handy for racing, but she's looking good so far, boys. She is looking absolutely minted. Look how high she sits. It is actually unbelievable how high she sits. Anyways guys, thank you all for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this Mazda series as much as I have. There's probably only a couple of episodes left, a couple of weeks left as well until the race, but boy she is looking mint.